It's happening at the speed of a bullet, almost. Corporate America has been going where politicians have feared to tread. Major names in US business have distanced themselves from the powerful US gun lobbyist, the National Rifle Association. Corporations have revoked discounts offered to NRA members. The group claims to have 5 million of them. And in the case of retail giant Walmart, it's stopping selling guns to anyone under the age of 21. As is the much smaller Dick's Sporting Goods, which is also taking high-powered weapons of the kind that tend to be used in mass shootings off its shelves altogether. Other major national chain stores are following the example set by Walmart and Dick's Sporting Goods. The February the 14th school shooting in Parkland, Florida, in which a teenage gunman killed 17 students and teachers, is the reason.
You know, I actually think that it is an attempt to do good.
Professor Russell Weiner says standing up to the NRA and its millions of members is a bold and courageous business decision, as there are millions more Americans who are not NRA members, but who love their guns and support the right to bear arms.
Ultimately, it's the CEO, right? It's, CEO has to make a stand and say, this is what we stand for. Enough is enough, right? A lot of families shop at our stores. A lot of families use our airline. And we don't want to see more children murdered anymore.
And that sentiment is going global. This week, BlackRock, the world's largest asset management company, said it's thinking about steering its clients away from gun maker stocks or companies associated with them, and may also use its voting power in company boardrooms in order to sway the issue. The National Rifle Association is pushing back, saying its members don't care about a few discounts disappearing. Meanwhile, US social media is on fire right now. Some are for corporate America's move, others against. Some see it as a cynical move with one eye on the bottom line.
It wouldn't cause me to go to them or break with them. I couldn't care less about it.
Do you support businesses taking control of this gun issue?
100%. Anyone and everyone, I think we should.
The fact that no one's doing anything about it, I think this is good that they trying to do something, trying to distance themselves from it.
I'd like to think that the business is truly trying to do some good here. I really do. I think that there's a concern in the country that's beginning to take on some motion. I think the young students, in particular at the high school in Florida, are really making a difference, and I hope they continue their acts.
Professor Weiner says for Walmart and Dick's Sporting Goods, this really poses a significant business risk. Their customers tend not to come from the East Coast and West Coast elites who campaign for gun reform, but the more rural heartland of America, where guns are more prevalent. But he says it may turn out to be a risk worth taking if the good name of their brands is to be preserved.
Now, all of a sudden, maybe people will think that maybe Dick's Sporting Goods stands for justice, right? Or saving kids' lives or things like that, where they wouldn't have thought of that before.
There are plenty of other contentious issues politicians tend to shy away from, in which business might take a lead. Plastic waste removal and immigration are just two, leaving many to wonder if this is the start of a new trend in which corporate America drives social change in this country.